Going back to the old news archives here. This one here is dated what, July 5th, 2019. I posted this on Verity. It's one thing to be patriotic, but another to be simply ignorant to the facts. That was the headline. This is a map of American military bases surrounding the nation of China. Okay, this is a long time of harassment, pressure we're putting on them. All these missiles pointed directly upon them. I mean, imagine that. And yeah, we're told that they're a threat to us. I mean, the other day, we're going back to July 2019 from this article. It said the other day, officials from the Pentagon, halfway across the world, publicly complained that China tested some missiles that were launched from inside their own military installation, off their own island, just off the mainland coast, and directly into the ocean, away from U.S. bases and international shipping lanes. You know, so henceforth, I ask. Firstly, what exactly was the U.S. official complaining about? Secondly, how many bases does China have surrounding the coast of the United States? Imagine if any other nation had missiles pointed directly at us. 90 miles off the coast, happened once with Cuba. It was a big deal. But imagine if it just kept happening, more installations, decades upon decades of harassment and pressure. How about missiles right off the coast of New York City, Washington D.C., South Carolina, somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico, San Francisco, Oregon. I mean, imagine even Alaska. I mean, imagine how these Chinese people feel with America, all these missiles pointed directly at them. I mean, listen, I'm an American flag waver, but let's not, let's just not be ignorant to the fact here, okay? And just sit here. The problem with America on the capitalist society, everything privatized. So you have people in the Pentagon and the very top of the FBI and the CIA that they don't even have to answer to the president. We know the politicians aren't the ones really controlling the government, anyways. But because of that, it's tough because you look at America and you think like, listen, we're really not the good guys as much as we want to be. I'm not defending China or whatnot here, but I mean, that's just not the way we are around the world. I mean, America is not the good guys. One look at this article I wrote, we most certainly label such an event as an act of aggression. Someone else built mishap places like this around in our country. We label it as an act of aggression, a deliberate attempt to launch a new war. Subsequently, America would be left with no other choice but to attack first, and not merely just their base in question, but the nation's homeland as well. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what would happen. Now, reading this article furthermore, another disturbing fact for occupants of the Pacific Southwest in the U.S. conquest of the Marshall Islands during World War II, which they turned into a nuclear weapons test site in the following years. The largest American nuclear weapons test was a 15 megaton detonation off Bikini Atoll, 280 miles northwest of this island. Its flash was seen from Okinawa, which is, I believe, 2,600 miles away. That is correct. That is confirmed right here in the article. Now, March 2nd, in the Republic of the Marshall Islands, is Nuclear Victims Remembrance Day. That's a holiday there. The nation's elders have endured burns that have reached to their bone, forced relocations, nightmarish birth defects, and various cancers. These are things that Americans have known nothing about, but these Marshall Islanders have been dealing with this for over half a century. And of course, it's 100% directly, their hatred of America because of it. Why wouldn't it be? The victims of the test have been taken from us before their time, says Tony DeBrum, who witnessed the 15 megaton explosion more than 60 years ago, so that Americans could learn more about the effects of such evil and unnecessary devices, blah, 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 whatever. Toughen up. Hey, you're supposed to be able to win wars. You can't beat us, follow in line. From 1946 to 1958, the United States conducted 67 tests in the Marshall Islands. If their combined explosive power was on parcel evenly over that 12-year period, sorry if I'm not reading this right, it would have been equal to 1.6 Hiroshima-sized explosions each and every single day for that 12-year period. And my Chevy Malibu has the eco economy thing now. When I step on the brake pedal, if it's still in drive, it shuts off the emissions. Shuts off the emissions for a split second before I start driving again to save the environment. While the Marshall Islands is an archipelago surrounded by numerous small islands, is considered secluded from any other major countries. So, nevertheless, China made an island at similar distance to the U.S. border for her own nuclear testing grounds. Undoubtedly, the USA would declare the act to be situated right in their own backyard. Um, I don't think that's written correctly. Well, I'm not reading correctly. If China, set up a missile site, especially testing nuclear weapons as close to our border as we did with the Marshall Islands towards their border, I mean, it's a whole another version of history. If Americans hear this, the mainstream news now, which is, no news unless it's independent news, is news online. So, you can have Fox News and CNN, whatnot. It's government news. They're told where they can go in Washington, D.C., where they can't, what to report on, what to say. It's unbelievable. And people think maybe China's a threat. Oh, wait till I get to North Korea. That's even just more ridiculous. So now, if we choose to analyze the discussion in more cynical terms, it was the United States who kicked everybody's ass in World War II and deserved a heightened status and leverage over the nations such as China and other Pacific Southwest. But let's not get entirely arrogant and sophistical at the same time. We already enjoy controlling numerous territories out there and have gotten away with past acts such as the destruction of the Marshall Islands. Therefore, there's no reason to cry every time China or North Korea runs a military exercise and report the issue as if America is the one being threatened and in any danger whatsoever. It's just to the point where it's just so absolutely absurd to make a comment like that. Like we're the ones in danger when they do this minor test of a short range missile after we did 67 nuclear explosions. So I just want people to understand what's going on. And you look at this. You look at the map. We have China surrounded with missiles pointed at them. If war goes down, we would destroy them. It's already set up. We just destroy them. They're done. So don't believe everything you hear.